Right. For me, I have a pretty strong opinion about the ultrasonic sensors. I'm gonna be honest about it. You need to buckle your seatbelt, King.
Sorry. I was eating snacks, man.
Okay.
Seatbelt's in the way of snacks.
We're live, and you're not fastening your seatbelt. You're setting a poor example.
I'm buckled in now.
All right.
Safety first, baby.
The reason I wanted to go live today was to talk about the ultrasonic sensors. I do actually have a pretty strong opinion about it, but unfortunately, I really don't know enough about it. I know that it was announced that they're going to be eliminating the ultrasonic sensors from newly built cars, and I think somebody said any car after October, built after October, is going to not have the ultrasonic sensors. And I'm just throwing it out there. I really like the features that are available because of the ultrasonics. I saw a comparison of the features that are available with and the features that we're losing without. And you're only losing 2 or 3 of the features, but the park assist feature that lets me know exactly how far away I am from obstacles is one of the things that absolutely has spoiled me. I talked about it, our viewers have talked about it. I'm spoiled by that feature from the ultrasonic sensors, letting me see exactly how far away I am from something. And to lose that, I think until Tesla Vision or some of the other sensors that they're having in the cars, until that catches up to what's currently available and viable now, I think I think that Tesla's missing out on something.
So, are they replacing it, or are they just taking it out and hoping people drive better?
What's that comment say right there?
Oh, you're killing me, son. Hello from Germany.
Hey, Germany, how you doing?
How you doing, Germany?
Thank you for being here and watching. I appreciate it. We're talking about the ultrasonic sensors. And what's that?
Dutch Deutschland?
I think so, but that doesn't make me right.
So you're saying they're taking it away. Are they planning on replacing it with some technology or just getting rid of it?
I think what they're planning on, and you guys correct me if I'm wrong, but I think what they're planning on is continuing to develop the sensors that they have in the car. Just like they removed the radar and you lost a little bit of the autopilot and full self-driving capability for a little while they improve the Tesla Pure Vision. I think what they're planning on doing is continuing to develop, advance, and improve the sensors that remain in the car after Model Y. Nice. After they remove the ultrasonics. That's what I think they're planning on doing. I hope you guys can hear me. Give me a thumbs up if you guys can hear me. Give me a thumbs up in the chat. I think that's what they're planning on, but I think it's wrong. I think it's a mistake to remove the features now in hopes of continuing to improve the sensors to the point to where they are going to replace the features that we have now. It feels like we're losing something. And I understand that they're saving some money on each of the sensors. I've seen different reports that each of the ultrasonics is $30, $40, $50, even if it's $30, and even if it's $50. What do we got?
You know, I can't read that fast or that small.
So lean forward and read it. You guys are being tough on the King here.
You see the gray? Where are my bifocals at?
Log into the live stream on your phone and read it in there. We're gonna get to that answer. Whatever you just said, we'll get to it. But I think that sure the Tesla Pure Vision caught up to what we had with the radar, but it took some time and people missed out on it. And I know that they're saving some of the cost. If they save $50 per sensor and they save that amount, they're not going to reduce the price of the cars by that amount. It's just, I think there's a supply chain constraint that they're trying to assuage here, but it's not like when the supply chain comes back, they're going to replace the ultrasonic sensors either.
Sir Cookie. I don't know what he said there, but so what they can do with the cameras, they can actually see and interpret obstacles, and from there calculate how far the obstacles will be.
What kind of timetable are we talking about from there? I'm on board with saving supply chain. I'm on board with saving money in the development of the car. And I'm also on board with them continuing to advance and develop the ability of the sensors that are in the car. You know, and I understand. So I'm at this particular speed, there's that obstacle, and they calculate it, and that comes up on the screen. But is that going to be 3 months from now? Is that going to be 6 months from now? Is that going to be 60 days from now? When is that going to be?
Well, can it just be a software update with the current hardware, you think?
I think so, yes. I think that cars that have hardware 3 in them, I think that a software update will come and allow the Tesla Vision to be able to replace the current features in their entirety. And definitely hardware 4 that they talked about at AI Day a little bit, and that is supposed to come out starting with the Cyber. Definitely hardware 4, whatever form that takes, will most likely be able to do that. Because I don't think that they would remove the sensors now without having that succession planning in place with hardware 4. But remember that if hardware 4 launches with the Cybertruck at the earliest, we're talking about next summer. And so you've got cars being delivered from November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June. You got 8 months of cars being delivered without the capabilities that a lot of people love. Is it necessary? No, it's not. You can jump into a 1991 Honda Accord and you can drive without hitting anything. You can back into everything without hitting anything. It's not necessary, but it is something that we have grown used to, that we've grown to love, and that it is a selling point of the vehicles that not every car has. A lot of higher end cars have. And it's something that people enjoy having and talk about when they're talking about Tesla. We all know one of the doing CrossFit is you can't stop talking about either one. But I do both, so I can. It's okay.
You got vegan leather suits, too.
We do have vegan leather suits, and we can tell the difference because we test drove that 2015 the other day, and you can tell the difference in the leather.
Yeah, sorry about that, Sir Cookie. We're going like 100 miles an hour.
What do you say? What?
And the sound keeps going in and out. We're over cell phone, man. It's weird over here.
Okay, well, you know what? We can pull in somewhere. And you know what? We're going through a dead spot now, too. This was not well planned out. Who thought this out?
U-turn.
I'm going to.
Just spin the tires, like Will said.
I'm not going to burn the tires, but I will turn around.
Let me ask this real quick, though. Jesus.
That's that quality Model 3 handling.
Yeah, it's quality 3 level depends somewhere in too, thank God.
The king pooped himself.
No. So 30 to 50 bucks for those parts, right? For the sensors up front.
Reportedly. I didn't look it up. That's what is out there floating around.
The technology, the crafting, all that. Are they going to take that cost away from the vehicles?
No, it would be unreasonable to think that. For to say, no, I want you to take 180 bucks off the cost of the car. That would be unreasonable for us to think that. But across the entire fleet, Tesla is saving a huge amount of money by removing those parts. And if they can get the same level of functionality out of the hardware that remains, then I'm 1,000% on board. But I don't like the idea of losing that functionality for several months of Tesla owners, because those cars remain in the fleet and we'll have to wait for that software update, as somebody mentioned, to come out for them to be able to have that functionality. Like, I've got the Ultrasonics, I'm good, I'm golden. And then when functionality comes out, if a software update cuts off the use of the Ultrasonics, I won't miss it. But somebody who takes delivery in November is going to miss out on that for 7-8 months.
Chevy 2U said no camera in the front bumper. Did they have cameras in the front bumper?
No.
Just the front, I guess. Dash.
There's 3 cameras up here in the dash cam has separate cameras there. There's not a camera in the front bumper though.
I wonder if that would be useful.
I'm sure it would.
Yeah, I'll tell Elon next time at the SpaceX meeting. Yeah, about that.
I'm sure that it would, but if they're able to maintain that functionality using the set of 3 dash cams up front, the rear camera, the repeater cameras, because we know the Ultrasonics tell us when something's to the side of us up here. If they're able to continue to get that functionality, I'm on board, because you're saving money, you're saving hardware, you're removing parts and pieces. Elon always says the best part is no part. But if we lose functionality on cars for 7 months that are getting delivered, I think that that's going to reduce the level of the customer experience. And that is something that can't be quantified in money. You can't quantify. You can quantify, I'm saving $200 in parts for every car, but you can't quantify the reduced level of the Tesla for that number of months for somebody. We talked to somebody just the other day who drives a Tesla, an older Tesla, Matt, He's got a 2013 Model S that he loves that car, but it does not have basic autopilot on it, and you can't quantify that loss of experience. You know, just using the basic autopilot in this car, he was wild for it, and getting back into his car feels the difference. That reduced level of experience, you can't quantify that in a dollar amount.
Makes sense.
So that's my thoughts on it, and I wanted to go live for a few minutes and talk about it. Thank you guys for participating and for giving your thoughts and asking your questions, because it makes a difference. It's things that I may not have thought of, so I really appreciate it. But that's something that I wanted to talk about today. I wanted to get it out there because it's fresh out there right now. Everybody else is talking about Elon buying Twitter. We got somebody else commenting. Everybody else is talking about Elon buying Twitter, but for me, I'm focused on the Tesla vehicles and the Tesla vehicle experience that people are having out there, and I just want that experience to be the best possible.
Michael Cohn says, hope I said your last name right. Tesla will save a lot of money, hardware, and also less time for the build if the sensors, read that right. But the customer will have no benefit from it, like when the radar was cut.
Exactly. So the customer, when the radar was cut, what was his name?
Michael Cohn?
Michael Cohn. You're making the perfect point, because the customer lost functionality when the radar was cut for months. And some cars still don't have that top speed of autopilot back yet. You know what? Clean that camera. See if that's what's making it blurry. That'd be on me too. Going live with a dirty camera. That's the kind of thing that the Tesla Barbarian might do by accident. So, nope, no difference. So, you're not wrong. When they deleted the radar, there were customers that lost functionality, and some of whom have not gotten still that top speed back. I think we're still missing 5 miles per hour on the top speed allowable for autopilot if you don't have the radar. I don't have the radar, but I don't really go. I'm not setting autopilot at 90 miles an hour or anything.
Sir Cookie said it's O. I think that letter is hard for an American. It's O. It's O with 2 dots. It's like a smile. It's like somebody going ah.
O with 2 dots over
And I'm
it?
Southern. Yeah. What is it? How you say that?
I don't.
You're really travel.
I'm Hispanic. If it had a tilde over it, I would know what to do. If it had an accent mark.
Yeah.
You know what? We're gonna have to make a visit to Germany then. Period. Like
I gotta make sure my passport's
we have to learn. We got to be a little bit more worldly travel. This is unacceptable.
Oh, Learning Fast had a good point. Our vehicles with the sensors will be worth more.
I can't argue with him. He's right. Like, I'm driving a long range right now, and people have offered me just an obscene amount of money for it, because you can't even order a long range Model 3 right now.
Yeah.
So he's not wrong. During the course of that period of time, yes, the value of the vehicle will probably go up. I mean, I paid $54 for this. People have offered me $64. I'll give you $64 for it right now. Don't worry, I didn't take it. But it's true. So that's not wrong. For the period of time that functionality is gone, the value of the car will go up. My opinion, do your own research. But same thing with right now, while the long range is not available to be ordered, the value of the long range, in my experience, has gone up.
I'm getting picked on about my grammar, and I'd love to come to Germany, dude. It'd be great.
Well, that's part of the thing, is that you and I kind of have a Southern accent, and so for us to be mispronouncing people's names, international names.
Do you? I think more. Chevy 2, what's next? Remove the side mirrors because Tesla Vision can handle it. A very good point.
I would be on board for that, but I would need for it to be a clean swap. The mirrors are gone, and now you are able to see, using Tesla Vision. Well, they talked about that with the Cybertruck to replace the side view mirrors with cameras to keep the aerodynamics as good as possible.
It takes like 5% away from, right? Or something like that?
I don't know the exact figure, but Elon tweeted about how it significantly impacts the coefficient of drag, which reduces range a measurable amount. And that's what they're trying to eliminate. If they were going to eliminate the side mirrors, I would need it to be a clean swap, immediate, like that. You can't deliver cars for 5 months and be like, you can't drive these until Tesla Vision is updated with the software update in 90 days. You can't do that. And so I feel like the same feeling, the same concept should apply when we're talking about the ultrasonic sensors. Here's a feature that people love and have gotten used to, but we're going to deliver cars for 6 months without it.
Yeah. Is it a
accurately, they said we don't need it because the the improvement of the sensors is on pace to replace the functionality of the ultrasonics.
Okay.
So there will be ancillary cost savings, and I believe that there's a supply chain issue, much like the mobile charger being deleted. They said, oh, usage was low. That's not my experience at all. Everyone that I know uses a mobile charger as a means of charging, if not their primary means of charging. They deleted it because of supply chain issues. There's a lot going into that mobile charger, because that mobile charger does a lot. It's not just plugging in. It does a lot. And so when they deleted it, they said usage was low. I don't buy that. It's a supply chain issue. I don't even think it's a cost issue, because Tesla has such high margins on their vehicles compared to other automakers.
It's really high.
What's really high?
The margins. But you think about it, you buy this vehicle and you have it for a long time.
Well, the reason that they have such high margins is because they're making that concerted effort to reduce the amount of money and the amount of parts that they're spending on each vehicle. The Model 3, when it first came out, they were losing money on every one. It costed 80 grand to build them, and I think they were selling them back then for 45 grand, I think. Feel free to flame me if I'm wrong. And so they were losing money on every one they made, but they improved the process of building them to the point that they now make a ton of money on each one that they make. And that's simple business. If you do business and you make a product and you're able to reduce the amount of money that you spend on the product, what is somebody clowning us?
Somebody's flaming you.
Go for it. What is it?
No, it's just a joke. Sir Cookie, what are supercharger prices over there? In Germany, they jumped to $71 kilowatt hour.
71, like the euro version of cents per kilowatt hour, right?
I'm not worldly traveled, man. I don't know.
No, you're right. There were a few articles about how I think Canada also experienced something like that. Canada and Europe experienced a jump in supercharger costs, and I don't know why. Here is about 35 cents American at a supercharger in our area per kilowatt hour. That's what we're getting.
Oh. Well,
I don't know. But yeah, so he's not wrong though. Like the price of supercharger charging overseas, and I think in Canada as well, jumped, and we're not really sure why. But people have written to Elon and to Tesla trying to understand why and can it be reduced. I know that Brian McCaffrey, who has the Ride the Lightning podcast, he's talked about it several times. And he actually has been able to interview Elon before. He has some listeners that work at Tesla. And so hopefully the community can kind of get together and demonstrate, you know what, if there's not an actual energy grid reason to raise the price of supercharging that much, can we bring it back down to a reasonable level? Because one of the reasons people love EVs so much is that they can still go on a road trip, and even at that escalated price for supercharging versus home charging, you're still saving money.
Learning fast, CCS chargers are about 42 cents per kilowatt hour around Raleigh now without any subscriptions.
Okay.
Yeah.
So which would be comparable if I hit up a supercharger at Raleigh, I'm betting I'd probably be paying about the same as well. I'm in the Triad, and I'm paying about 32 to 35 cents depending on the time of day and which supercharger I'm at. Of course, at the house, it's like 7 cents American supercharging. 7 cents American to charge at the house on my 1450 outlet. So, well, guys, we're going to wrap up this live stream. We wanted to talk about the Ultrasonics. We got to talk about supercharging and a couple other things. I really appreciate you being here. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button, hit subscribe. We got some great content coming up. You guys are going to be really surprised.
Oh, yeah.
I'm telling you, what we've got lined up over the next 2 weeks is going to blow your minds. We have some great stuff lined up, things we didn't think we were going to get to line up, but we got some great stuff coming. So please hit that subscribe button with notifications. But either way, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you, and we'll see you guys in the next battle.